Facts. But a lot of people don't know that you was on the Bernie Mac show longer, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. People think that I did way more Martins than I did Bernie. I think I was on 12. Somebody told me it was 24 the other day, but I don't know, man. I think it was 12. I only could count 12, but but I know I did like 39, 40 episodes of Bernie. And that was a whole different atmosphere, man. I mean, working on Bernie was like going to Diz Astroworld back in the day. It was like going to Astroworld and having fun. I mean, you went over there, man, and Bernie was like letting you do what you do. He like, man, do what you do, man. I mean, we had so much fun sitting at the card table playing poker that we were so good at what we do. It was like a well-oiled machine, man. We'll be talking and jokes and around the table, then they say action, and we go right into our scene. They say cut, we go right back into laughing and joking and stuff, man. That's how well oiled. I couldn't wait to get to set on Burning. I used to be looking at the clock like, man, I got 10 hours before I get back to the set. Dang. That's how I used to want to go, work on Burning, man. It was totally different. Totally different.
Yeah, I heard you make a comment before about how that was the best job you ever had.
Best job I ever had in Hollywood so far, working on Bernie Mac show. That was like being in the candy store and being able to eat whatever you want, when you want. Cause Bernie, I mean, we used to be so laid back, man. Like only time we had to really focus is when we had guest stars on the show sitting at the table with us because we didn't know they cadence, we didn't know they vibe. And, we had to really hone in to their cadence and their vibe in order to make it work. So, but when we were there, just us, oh man, it was like it wasn't even work, man. It was like we were so good at doing what we do that Bernie used to tell stories, man. It was so funny. We used to be laughing, and then they say action, boom, we hit it. They cut, then he go right back into the story. So that's why I love working over there, man. That was the best. That was the best. When he went, man, when he went out, dude, that was hard to take right there, boy. That was a major blow. I didn't get a chance to go to the funeral, man, because I was doing something in Dallas, I think, at the time. And man, that kind of hurt right there, man, because that dude he was special. When Bernie asked you how you doing, he meant how you doing. He knew what kind of movie deal you got, how much money you have. Bernie meant how you doing. That was my man.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac, man. I never heard anything flawed about him. All the people I spoke to, I never heard anybody say anything negative about him.
No, Bernie was real. He wasn't nothing fake, no Hollywood stuff. I mean, Bernie meant what he said. He said what he meant what he said. And he didn't get into that game. We used to golf and stuff, man. And I mean, he was that dude. You invited you to the party, invited you to his dressing room where he had the good food. He said, "Man, I got the good food up here, man. Y'all come. We had smothered chicken. I got some greens, some beans. Y'all ain't got to be eating at lunch down there." So Bernie used to hook us up. Tell us to come up to the room and eat. Me and the other two dudes, and he was that type of dude. Super Bowl party, man. We go over there, hang out, Super Bowl party. And, Bernie was that dude, man. I mean, it wasn't nothing like fake about that cat, man. I mean, he tell you how he felt.
When did he tell you that he was sick?
Well, we knew. He said he had that sarcoidosis, man. Affect your lungs, and so he was on meds, and they had him taking prednisone. So he was swollen. His face was swollen. You could tell on some of the episodes. And he used to have to go do a scene, then we go off to the side. He had a dressing room on the side where he go and get the oxygen. He had a dressing room upstairs too, but he go get the oxygen, do a scene, then go get the oxygen, come back, So that's when we knew that it was pretty serious, So yeah, Bernie was, he I think he worked himself to death, because he was doing too many things at one time. And this kind of wore him down, I believe.
I hate to hear that, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he'll do the scene, man. He'll walk off and, go get the oxygen. And then when it's time for us to work, they'll bring him back over there, come back over there, do it like the professional he was. do it, and then probably was hurting, probably couldn't breathe, and he was doing it. One time he told us a story. He said, "Man, when he first, was he had to go to the hospital. He was in the hospital, and he said, man, he said brothers ain't right, man. He said my people ain't right. He said I'm laying up in the hospital, man. I'm sick, man. Look like I'm about to die. And he said the nurses coming there to me, prop him up, let's take a picture, prop him up. He said they prop me up, man. I'm taking pictures of me." So Bernie used to make jokes of everything, man. And yeah, he was like, that's what he did. So I remember his daughter told us, man, like when he was sick, she came in there and she was talking to him. And when she got ready to leave, she was leaving, and he said she looked back at him and he said, I'm dead. Like that, like I'm dead. And that really hurt me right there when she told me that sometimes, that break me down, man, but I ain't gonna let it break me down today. But yeah, so he knew. Yeah, he struggled with that for a while, man.
Yeah, man. Hell of a dude, man. Never heard a suspect story or anything. He definitely came across
Nah.
like a man's man, man.
Yep. Loved his family.